Hey guys, it is Sunday Morning Jetpack, and today we got Kuya Jeff joining us. So today we wanted to start off by taking a moment to reflect on some of your relationships that you wish you were closer to. I want you to think about this for a second. Who are the people in your life that you've been feeling distant towards and you want a deeper relationship with?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about how we can become closer to those people through taking responsibility for the ways we have affected our relationships. Let's start by looking at our song today, Only One to Blame by Samm Henshaw. He says, "Don't know why it took so long to realize. Hard to say I love you when I tell you lies. I got all these demons on my brain and I know I'm the only one to blame."
In this song, Samm Henshaw is taking responsibility for how his lack of love has hurt and caused distance in his relationship. He sees that he's been selfish and deceitful and how this has made him really unable to love her.
I feel it, Lex. I realized a relationship that took a long time for me to see that there was distance was with my dad. Growing up, I would always tell my dad I loved him. But like in the song, I never realized how I had demons that hid inside of me that made me selfish. There was a lot of insecurity, doubt, and loneliness that I chose to not deal with, and that led me to really living an empty life. When I started studying the Bible and trying to have a relationship with God, I really began to see who I really was without God and how that contributed to the distance in our relationship. I've always desired to be close to my dad, but I realized I also have the capacity to hurt not just my dad, but others around me as well.
Dang, yeah, I can relate with that in my own relationship with my own dad. That reminds me of a scripture that describes how we're able to take ownership and choose to love the relationships in our lives. In Luke 7, verse 47 in the TPT, it says, "She has been forgiven of all her many sins. This is why she has shown me such extravagant love. But those who assume they have very little to be forgiven will love me very little."
In this scripture, we see a woman who takes responsibility for her sins. The forgiveness that she received from God inspired her to love God and the people around her. It didn't matter what other people were thinking because her confidence lied in how much she was forgiven.
That's a real thing, Lex. Forgiveness is straight powerful. I had to step up and initiate conversations with my dad and no longer wait for him to ask me all the questions. But instead, I had to choose to love and take an interest in my dad's life. And now I'm able to experience the love I've always longed for with my dad. God's forgiveness enabled me to have the power to love not just my dad, but really the people around me as well. This power from God helped me to connect with my friends Adrian and Cheyenne from my dorm at SF State. And as I shared how God transformed my relationship with my dad, it led them transforming their relationships with their dads too. For the people in your life that you want to be closer to, what do you need to take responsibility for in order to love them?
Dang, that's a good question, Jeff. And if you want to read the whole story of the woman having the courage to take responsibility for what she had done, read the story of the woman and Jesus in Luke chapter 7, verses 36 through 50. And that is your Sunday Morning Jetpack. See you guys next time.